was not a good idea. Today we are doing some mega meal prep. I've seen it on YouTube, so my ADHD believes we can do it. See one, do one, teach one. Let me share with you what happened, and at the end, some tips and tricks that I think I probably should have paid attention to, and on reflection, I can now see what to do maybe next time. So here was my plan for the Sunday reset. Naturally, I'm filming this after I've cooked. I made myself a very, very big list, and I think that I have massively overestimated myself. So some jelly, cut up the fruit. I don't know what I was thinking. We ate the grapes from the grocery haul before I even got around to cutting anything up. We didn't have any other fruit to cut. I think I had planned to get some rock melon or watermelon. We cut up the veggies. I made the burger patties. That was on Saturday night, and then I made the extras for the freezer. I made 2 lasagnas, our meat one and the plant-based one. I made the quiche. I was going to make some brownies and some cupcakes for snacks during the week. I didn't get around to it, but the cookies that we had was more than enough. I cooked the chicken. I did the taco mince. I did the pizza bases. I was going to cook extra waffles so they could just get thrown in the toaster and be reheated for my son if he wanted like a breakfast snack. Didn't get around to doing it, but I will make a plan to do it next time, because I made a pile of pancakes using up the buttermilk that we had. They went down really, really well, and they were snacked on during the week, as well as the boiled eggs. And I filmed the white sauce for a a vegetarian video I've got coming up with some of the meals that we've been making from scratch, vegetarian style. So here was the plan then for the week. So the Monday night we had the roast, and my son had chicken, eggs and chips. My daughter had the quiche. Tuesday night was tacos. So 3 of us eat tacos, and I gave lasagna to my daughter. And then we had lasagna Wednesday night. My daughter had the quiche. My son had chicken, eggs and chips. So you can see we're alternating between the lasagna and the quiche just to help spread it out. Thursday night, I've got pasty and chips planned. Same for my son. We're going to have the quiche that I made for us with some chips and some salad. Friday night, haven't got around to it because I'm thinking that I might win the meat raffle at bingo. High hopes, but you know, leave it open. Opportunities. My eldest will have the lasagna again. My son had chicken nuggets and chips. And then we're back to the next Saturday night, which is burger night. And then Sunday night, I'll do some sort of roast. My daughter will have the plant-based schnitzel and then chicken nuggets and chips. Planning on making a cheesecake. And then, Thursday night, I'm planning some dim sims with some fried rice. I usually go to a Foodland on the way home on Thursday evening, so I'll see if I can grab that. Wednesday night, I like to do a dessert of an apple crumble or something like that. Of course, we'll have jelly to snack on and pancakes as well. So this is my plan for the week, and after next Sunday we'll come back and we'll see what happens, because this is also why I don't massively meal plan, because I look at this and all of a sudden I feel stuck that I have to follow this, and it makes me become very, I'm not doing any of that, and I'm going to go find something else to do. Except for the chicken nuggets, chips and tacos for my son, that works really well. And laying this out for my daughter, because she's a vegetarian, this works well, because then I'm not thinking what's for dinner every single night. But for us, I'm just feeling like I'm constricted. Let me know if you meal plan, if you have any issues with it or what's going on, because I struggle with it, and I struggle to think what to have for dinner every single night, even though we have the list of meals on the fridge. I'm working on it. So it's Sunday morning, and I have filmed the grocery haul because I needed it for the video, but I thought also it would help with the flow and it would look good that I can get all this stuff done. I'm clearly delusional. I got the benches clean, I put everything away, I made waffles, then I made some condensed milk because I also needed that footage for a video. And then my daughter requested pancakes, which is fine, she doesn't make waffles. And I was on the list anyway to make a batch of pancakes so I could have them as part of the meal prep for snacks, and I got to use up the buttermilk that we've had for a while. And then I sat down. Rule number 1, do not sit down when you're meal prepping. It's not good. I should have grabbed my laptop, I should have put Titanic on, I should have listened as I stayed in the kitchen. First, we've got the chicken that I pulled out of the freezer a couple of days ago when I grabbed all the other pieces of meat, and my aim was to cook this and then it could be a bit of a quick reheat for the next night. And then I started thinking, actually, there's not much chicken on this, much meat, so I think I'll just cook it and then I can break it up and hubby can have it in sandwiches and we can eat it during the week as is, because the back thigh bone, there was hardly any meat on it. It was quite small. And I must have read these instructions about 2 or 3 times as well. So, and I can tell you, it didn't help me one bit. Next, I started cooking lasagna. I don't have much footage of this. It will be coming up in a vegetarian video because it was filmed on my other phone. But I do pre-cook and cut the carrots because we like to have carrots and corn in this. And I only get halfway through cooking because we ran out of frozen corn at the time. So I cut up an onion and I cooked all that off, and then my daughter took over cooking the mushrooms and the mince. So you'll see that coming up in another video. To the side, however, I am cooking off the beef mince that I had and adding in some taco seasoning, and then that's prepped ready for a meal during the week. And then I've got this peas, carrots and corn mix, and I started by pulling out all of the peas. So when we make a lasagna for ourselves, we can just throw in the frozen corn and carrots. I, however, got a little bit frustrated of just trying to pull the peas out constantly. So after getting about half a cup worth, I just decided I'm over it. And while that was kind of simmering on the stove, I boiled some eggs. Have not done a pretty good job. I do peel them later, and I didn't do too bad a job. Thank you to everyone's help with telling me how to boil hard-boiled eggs. How to peel them, I should say. Next, onto the jelly. It's just a raspberry jelly. So 250 mils of hot water and then 200 odd mils of cold. Don't understand the difference, but anyway, it says as per the packet. And some packets have so many different instructions. So I'm just going to hopefully eyeball equal amounts into each ramekin, and I'm just going to push them to the bench at the back so they can cool down before I go and put them into the fridge. The beef mince I had in the freezer and I pulled it out before and didn't get any footage of it, so that's why I have cooked it all and put the taco seasoning through, and I'm going to divide it up into 2 lots so we can have tacos this week, and then there's some taco mixture in the freezer for the next time. So basically 1 for now and 1 for later. Oh, I did get footage of myself peeling the eggs. I wish it was this fast in real life, but probably not, because look at the first egg that I did, it's absolutely mangled. There seem to be some air pockets in these eggs, but the eggs are fine perfectly. They're not grey or anything like that, and we're all fine. A couple of days later editing this, not a problem. So the broccoli and the cauliflower I've chopped it all up and I've put it into these containers, and I've put half and half into the Ziploc bag. And then all the other broccoli went into this bag, threw it in the freezer. All the lettuce I washed, and then I've drained it and then put it in a container ready for lunches. And the chicken, well, it's well done. Underneath was beautiful and soft, absolutely, and no one really eats the skin anyway. So I started pulling the chicken apart with my fingers, and then I realized it's way too hot. So I got a couple of forks and started pulling it apart, but it was sticking a lot to the alfoil that was on the bottom. So I let it rest for a little while, and then I came back and I just picked the last little bits off with my fingers. There wasn't as much meat in the container as I expected, so yeah, we're just going to have the chicken for lunches through the week. Here's the pumpkin that I'm just going to cut up so we can try and use it through the week. My plan was to cut this up last night, but by the time I remembered that I had pumpkin, it was too late. So my plan was Sunday to do a whole meal prep all through the day, and then that way we have everything chopped up ready to go while I'm cooking dinner for the roast and everything else. And I ran out of steam on Sunday. Once I had finished doing the waffles, I did the condensed milk, I cleaned the kitchen, I did the washing, I did the laundry and everything else. Yeah, we weren't getting around to doing even more food prep. I, of course, did all that previous stuff really late at night. Story of my life. And so now it's the next day, which is Monday, which is public holiday, so it's good. And we're making pizza bases. And it's the first time I've ever made a pizza base, so everyone cross your fingers for me. Because this first time that I've got here, the water was too hot. So I put the yeast in, and also I gave it a really good stir around, thinking that's what you're meant to do. Then I did some Google and it said just tip it in and let it rest. So I had to tip that lot out and put a second yeast packet in there, and it worked perfectly fine the next time. I didn't stir it, added a little bit of sugar, and it bloomed really well. I got the recipe off of taste.com.au. I just Googled pizza bases just because I'm trying to figure out what works best for us. So I try and remember to put a link down below. I got this olive oil from my bestie and the recipe said olive oil. So I thought, okay, let's actually follow the process. So I was surprised that you put olive oil in bread. I'm very new to baking, what can I say? So with the second lot of yeast that bloomed and worked perfectly well, I tipped that in and then I mixed it for a good 10 minutes. I've learned that you really need to mix dough well. I've baked bread before from a packet mix and I didn't mix it enough. So now I know to activate the gluten, you need to give it a really good mix. After the 10 minutes was up, the yeast was still a little bit sticky, but only in certain places. In others, it was perfectly fine. So I thought that I'd just put it out onto a lightly floured bench and just give it a little bit of a hand knead. And then I poured a little bit of oil into the bowl and I spread it around with my hand. And I put the dough back into the bowl, put some Glad wrap over the top of it, and I put it inside the oven to rest. It was nearly an hour because I had to pop off to the shop, which you'll see the next video with the grocery haul. So we've got about 2 videos going at the same time as this one because, you know, I'm unorganized. What can I say? Sneak peek inside of our fridge after we have finished day 1 of the meal prep, with everything looking very beautiful in their containers, and of course the saucepans in the fridge are waiting their next bit because I didn't want to stick it in a container just to stick it back in the saucepan, so they just went straight into the fridge. That also works really well why you clean out the fridge and have space for things. Imagine that. And then it's lunchtime, so I thought that I'd share with you that the eggs worked really well. Mix them up with some cheese and chive dip because I don't really do curried eggs, but that's what I do. We've got the chicken, we've got the washed lettuce, we have a sandwich. Hooray! It's simple, but it works for me. And then on to the pizza bases. This is what it looks like after an hour. Beautiful. It's very nice and soft as well now. So I just floured the bench again. I had to think of my words there. And then I just rolled it out. I probably should have only just cut this dough into the 2 pieces, but I was looking at it going, wow, that's really big. I bet it rolls out just as big. Nope. Well, I didn't do too bad of a job actually, and I still don't really know how to roll dough into a ball if I was trying to make a bun. I keep watching my friend Nissa from Our Small Footprint and I have no idea. And then I saw someone else pick up the dough and try and stretch it out with their fingers and make it long. And I was like, oh, yep, okay. And then I thought, I'm giving up on round pizza. I'm just going to try and roll it into some sort of triangle shape. And then that didn't really work out either. And so onto the second piece, I was like, I'm determined to make this better. And I don't think I did any better. This is one of the smaller pieces, and it got thin really quickly, which surprised me. In hindsight, I probably should have put down a piece of baking paper and tried to roll it out. Look how thin it is, it's tearing. So as fast as I'm trying to roll the pizza dough out, I'm also trying to not create massive tears in it. Anyway, we end up with this shape that probably looks like a state somewhere, I don't know, New South Wales upside down, I don't know. And then this is the first piece that I rolled out, so I'm happy with that one. So we've got some passata sauce that we're just going to put on the base of that. And then we're doing 3 pizzas today. So the first one, we are doing vegetarian pizza. So after the passata sauce, I sprinkled over some Italian herbs. Then I cut up some pieces of mushroom. Then I sprinkled over the spinach. I tend to pull off any stalks if I think they'll be a bit chewier. I also put some pineapple on here, which I'm now told don't put pineapple on this pizza. I did it for the pizzas beforehand and they were okay, but I cut up each piece of pineapple into smaller pieces, so maybe bigger chunks of it is not okay, but I'll go without pizza on the next pineapple. And then shredded cheese over the top, and then I baked it in the oven. I was pleasantly surprised at how well these bases raised. I was really happy with that. I was feeling very proud of myself. Did you know this is the correct way to shred cheese? Put the box grater on the side and you shred it at the top, and then all the cheese collects inside the box, and you tip it up like that. I had no idea. So learn something new every day. Ham, pineapple, pizza, and then this one with some of the chicken, especially being thigh meat. I don't think hubby wanted to have that in his sandwiches, so I chopped that up and I put it on the pizza. And of course we do some pineapple and some cheese on that as well. And we have a box that we've been storing all the pizzas in when I make them, and everyone knows they can just go to that when they want either a snack or their lunch. So the cooked pieces of pizza that were left over after some people stole them freshly baked out of the oven, I chopped up and I put it into the box, and it worked so well. So it's definitely something I'm going to start adapting. And I don't have any footage of cutting my chicken barbecue pizza, so you'll just have to enjoy the 2 pizzas that were here, but everything cut up stacks really well. I just reused the paper that I cooked the pizzas on because that's what it's there for. And then I got around to baking all the biscuits. That this cookie mixture had been in the fridge for a couple of days, that I made it last time when I did the last batch of condensed milk as a bit of an experiment. And this mixture, the same, was a little bit crumbly. So it'll be interesting to know how the next batch turned out, because I've now created some more condensed milk, which I'm more happy with. Now we're going to make some bechamel sauce, which is just some melted butter, and then we put in some flour. Give it a really good mix around until you get sort of like this paste, and then you want to mix it around on and off of the heat. I just do it especially if I'm trying to film and show you at the same time, to cook off that flour. I have about 2 cups of milk, and I just add a little bit in at the time and I mix it around. I'm told that it helps to emulsify together. They mix together anyway, and you end up with this paste, and then you just keep going until all the milk's done, and then you get that kind of mixture. So we've got the plant-based mixture here, that we have the corn in there from the shopping trip. that I completed off camera. Here's one I prepared earlier, and then I made a white sauce with oat milk and I put that together, and then I made a lasagna base for us, and I made a white sauce, regular milk, and then I put that together for us. And here is all the fridge when it's finished. We've got stuff going everywhere. And of course, the grocery haul that I've just completed that you'll see in the next video is all stuffed in here as well. So I've worked really hard to make sure that my fridge is well presented. And then Tuesday night we did tacos for dinner, so we've got that there. Here are our lasagnas cooked and ready for dinner. And then here is everything on the bench. We've got the pizzas, the lasagnas, the cookies. We've got the 2 quiches up the back, the cut up cauliflower, the tacos. There's some pancakes down the front that I've made, the other packet of taco mixture, jelly, boiled eggs, and the cut up pumpkin and the broccoli and cauliflower bag as well. And then the other broccoli is already in the freezer ready to go. So there you go, a full week of meals and snacks. I wish I'd done more. I feel like I've let myself down that I haven't done more because I planned all that stuff, but I wasn't organized. So most in the videos, people walk in with their shopping, put it on a bench, and then they do not leave the kitchen until it's all done. They spend about 3 hours doing it. And that's what I should have done, except I had to pull out all the groceries, film the grocery haul, then put everything away, then clean some of the benches and get that done. It wasn't much cleaning. I'd done a mega clean the night before. So you have clean area and have everything on the bench ready to go. They peel, chop, wash all their veggies, then they start cooking the meal that takes the longest to the shortest, and they go from there. But a lot of stuff I'm seeing people do, it's all one pot, cook in the oven things. It's not hands-on like pretty much most of my meals were. So the lasagna, you're cooking the base and then you do the white sauce and then you put it all together. And then yes, while that's in the oven, you can do something else, but you're exhausted from standing up for the past half an hour. So my meal prep took about 3 hours over the span of about 3 days. And I think that's also what took the longest because it just got stretched out above and beyond. And I just... So the next time I definitely would do the I'm not leaving the kitchen, and I think that I would write in order of the things to do so it flows a bit better. So as you saw, I put the chicken in and then I did whatever else I did. See, I've forgotten by now, but I would have done stuff that keeps continuing one after the other. Yeah, so would I do this again? Probably not. Then again, my ADHD will forget like childhood and go, yeah, I reckon I could give it a go. I really need to, have like maybe get checked in. Hey, I've got a plan. Hey, remember we said that didn't work? Or I need one of those. So mega meal prep, 0 out of 10. Do not recommend for an ADHD person that has no plans. I just watched someone on the internet do it and went, I reckon I can give that a go. I'm just here sharing real life because, I don't have it all together and maybe it'll inspire someone else who does. Or goes, oh, I was thinking about doing that and I'm exactly like you, so now I'm not anticipating a mass meltdown. You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!